Okay guys, this is for a 2012 Toyota Sienna. This will work for many other models of Toyota Siennas. From what I've seen, we have a major problem with the center console rattling, and especially when you have keys or coins here, it rattles a lot while you're driving. My first attempt was I cut a piece of wire, like rubber wire, and added with super glue to the sides right here. I glue a little piece here and another little piece on this side here. This actually helps the center console door from rattling, so now it's a firm shut. As you can see, there's no play. Most center console, when you push, you hit, but this doesn't do it. But that didn't solve my problem either. So I then realized the problem is actually down here. Now this took me halfway there, but I still feel some slight rattling, but not a lot. This is the Toyota Sienna, as you can see. This is the muffler mount that goes underneath the car. This is right here. This mount directly to the engine, and it mounts into the muffler. This is a bracket that holds the muffler. This bracket, when the engine vibrates, as you accelerate, the vibration translates directly into the muffler and send it down the body of the muffler. Your center console is seated pretty much right above where the motor mounts are, right here. This is your motor mounts, and your center console is like right above here. Matter of fact, I'll be surprised if these are not the bolts that bolt up the center console itself. But anyways, this is where the center console comes out, right here, and this is where your motor mounts are. So the vibration of the muffler is severe enough where it rattles your center console, because all that vibration is translated into the vehicle itself. To remove this problem, you go here, disconnect this mount, and your vibration will go away. Most of it, the majority of it. There's still some slight vibration, but it's not really noticeable that bad. But me, I will not remove this because I need the bracket. I'm going to add a piece of rubber as a buffer. This, you could find this on the side of the highway. This is a piece of shredded tire. Almost in every highway, side roads, you'll find a piece of busted tire on the side of the road. I'm about to cut this, insert this in between here as a buffer. You have to release this first to take this bracket loose so the bracket can be able to move back. And then you'll have enough space to drill a hole and add this in, and this will stop your vibration by a lot. Now, I still have some residual vibration. I'm still on the hunt for it, but so far, majority of my noise is gone. Problem fixed. I think there might be another one. If you follow this muffler going up, the piece of muffler here that goes up, there might be another mount somewhere up here that I could add a buffer to, but I haven't actually tracked it down. But this is the problem, guys. Toyota Sienna, excessive center console vibration fix. Right here, there's a mount that connects directly to the engine and connect to your muffler. That mount translates all the vibration of the engine directly to your muffler, and then your muffler travels it right into your center console, because the center console is mounted right above the muffler mounts with that rubber gasket on it. Doesn't do much, but a lot of vibration, and you feel the vibration in the car. This is the fix. You could remove this completely, just leave it loose like this. Me, I prefer not to. I would add the rubber and we're good to go. And this part is actually underneath the vehicle, guys. As you can see, right towards the front, this is the engine mounts. As you can see, this is the front tire. If you follow the front tire, right next to the engine oil pan, you will see the muffler mount. It's right here, held by two 12mm bolts. All right, guys, this is part two. This is the bracket that sits against the muffler. It goes like this, and there's a sleeve that connects it like this to the side of the muffler, and this part connects to the mounting bracket that's attached to the engine. Okay, I remove this because I needed to drill my holes for my piece of rubber. This is a piece of rubber I cut from the tire. As you can see, it's really thick. I would say it's about half an inch thick. I'm going to align it just like this, drill the holes through it, put my bolts, okay, and then reattach it back to the mounting bracket. This should kill the vibration. Also, I'm going to sacrifice a 5/16 socket to make my hole. Now, however you guys decide to make your hole is up to you. You can use a drill and a drill bit. I found that to be very tedious and inefficient, but however you use, that's your business. I'm going to sharpen the edge here with a grinder and place it at the right position, right spot. Use a hammer and smack it down till it go all the way through and make my holes. Now, like I said, however you want to use it, that's your business. You can use this same process, put against a jack, put the jack underneath the vehicle and apply pressure. It'll eventually slice through it, but that's your business. I'm not advertising how to do this. This is up to you. So if you get yourself hurt doing this, your business. But this is how I'm going to do it. Sacrificial bolt, 5/16. Gonna sharpen it, put it here, smack it with a hammer. It'll eventually cut the hole so I can insert my bolts, which will be perfectly aligned with this, and then mount everything back into the vehicle. All right, guys, this is how mine's look after I smack the hammer into it. As you can see, it's still in there. There's a lot of mosquitoes flying around here, but I'll take this off in a little bit and then go for the other side, and you'll see how my holes come out. All right, I'm back again. My holes are made. Come to find out, I did not even need to sharpen the edge of this with a grinder. The shear force of a sledgehammer hitting this on the concrete made the hole. I hit it twice. The first time it indented just slightly. I put it back, hit it again, and it went through. Third time, all the way through, and then I pop everything out. I'm going to put this as such. As you can see, insert my bolts. Okay, and then same thing with the other side. I have to screw these in a little bit because you know it's rubber. It's sticking to the bolt, but you get the idea. This is it, and then once I get it back in, I'm going to bolt it back into the car, and I'll show you what it looks like. All right, this is the finished product. Let's see if I can, my battery's too low for flash. Okay, this is it. This is the rubber. I'm not sure how well you guys can see this. I'm at a bad angle, but this is the rubber gasket. Everything mounted back to where it's supposed to be. And I'm gonna give it a test drive. See how it works with the gasket and without the gasket. All right, this is my rubber bushing. DIY rubber bushing. Finished product, guys. This is what it sounds like with it connected with the bushing. Now, it's not as loud as it was without the bushing, but it's louder than not being connected at all. So it's confirmed most of the vibration that you're hearing is coming from the muffler itself. Okay? This is it connected with the bushing. You can see the difference. You can hear the constant rattling, and you can hear how loud it is. I do have a couple coins in here, but you can see it. All right, guys, and this is what it sounds like with the bushing not connected at all. The adapter, the connector, completely severed, like you saw in the video, prior to adding the bushing. So I disconnected it from the mount and just left it loose. This is what it sounds like. You can hear the vibration, but it's not as pronounced, it's not as loud as before when I added the bushing. Now, without the bushing connected, it's super loud. It is twice or 3 times as loud as the video where it's connected with the bushing. I will add I'll add both videos in here. The prior videos without it connecting, with it connecting without the bushing, I don't have a sound test for that, but you can see it not connected like it is right now, completely severed. And from the previous video, you can see what it sounds like connected with the bushing, with the rubber bushing I made, the homemade rubber bushing. You can see the sound difference, but it's a major improvement from what it was like prior to there being any bushing there and connected to the car. Okay, you can see the vibration is very subtle. Now, if I accelerate, you can hear it a little more, but it's not as pronounced as the other one was. That's with it unconnected, completely severed.